In this video, I'm going to go over what I'd do if I had to buy all my equipment again from scratch and the order that I'd purchase them in. So let's jump into the video. Hi there, my name is Derek and welcome to GamerBody. I'm covering what I'd do if I bought all of my equipment again and the order that I purchased them in so that I can help anyone just starting out pick the most important piece of equipment first and then progress there to getting other equipment down the road. This can help you if you are kind of strapped for cash in the beginning and focusing on the things that will get you the best results over time to then move on to other pieces that you might need if you become more advanced. Alright, so without waiting around, let's take a look at the equipment that I own and the order that I'd purchase them in. So starting off with the first item I would purchase, and that is adjustable dumbbells. As of shooting this video, I have the Core Fitness adjustable dumbbells. I rave about these things all the time. If you'd like to see a full review, I will leave one in the description that you can check out. The adjustable dumbbells are excellent because they help you do so many of the major exercises that get you bigger and stronger. While they can do isolated movements as well, the compound lifts are why I'm starting with this as number one, and I'm going to cover some exercises that these are great for if you are just starting out. So the exercises I focus beginners on are as follows. You're going to want to have a bench press or variation of it, such as an incline bench press. You're also going to want some type of row in order to hit the back and biceps, so we're going to look at the bent over row. Next, we need to bring our shoulders in, so I'm going to go with the overhead press. Moving on to the lower body, as well as hitting some of the back, we have the deadlift. And last, which is one of the best exercises of all time, and that is the squat. So again, if there's anything I think you should purchase first for your home gym, or like I'm in my office right now, office gym, it is a pair of adjustable dumbbells. Alright, with the dumbbells out of the way, let's take a look at the second item. Coming in for equipment number 2, we have an adjustable bench. I picked this one to be second because it helps complement your dumbbells very, very well. Meaning that you can improve some of the things, like if you were doing bench pressing, without the bench you're probably doing it on the floor, but now you can get a greater range of motion by having a bench and letting your elbows travel a little farther down, getting a bigger range of motion and stretch throughout the pec or chest muscles. It also allows you to do one of my favorite exercises, which is the incline bench press. So things like that. And of course you got others like the incline bicep curl, you've got seated overhead press, all these other exercises that you can do to change things up in case things are getting stale or you want to try something else out in your programming. Alright, we now have dumbbells and adjustable bench out of the way. Let's take a look at our third item. Now number 3 might be surprising for most of you, but I picked it because of its versatility and all the places that you can use it in, and that is resistance bands. Now for me, I use resistance bands that have handles, so as of shooting this video, I'm using the PullUp bands. Now again, I'll put a review in the description if you'd like to check it out. The resistance bands, again, are great for traveling. Now I don't travel a ton, but when I do, I tend to take these in places. I went to Cancun, Mexico, and ended up bringing my resistance bands with me just to get a little bit of exercise in there. I didn't go to any kind of gyms. They didn't have a gym at the place I went to, so I just used my resistance bands in my room and was able to get a decent workout in with those, as well as using body weight. So some of the things I like to focus on here are like your overhead presses are great for this. You can still do some of the compound movements. They're not as great, such as like a deadlift isn't as good because as you go down to the floor, you lose all of that tension, but it's just enough in traveling to get a good workout in. Also, I find these are excellent for isolation and correctional exercises. So one of my favorites would be the pull-up parts because I tend to still have a little bit of that shoulders rolling forward, which is pretty common because I do sit all day at my current job. So those are things I'm trying to watch out for and have in my programming to help remove and bring those shoulders back. It's also great for like bicep curls, overhead tricep extensions, many other exercises you can do with the bands, and that's why they come in at number 3. Moving on, our next piece of equipment is a dip bar station. Now I picked this one before the next item that's coming up in this list because it helps you actually improve or start out, if you're not strong enough, build the musculature for my last piece of equipment. So this one, again, the dip bar station is great for, of course, dips, as well as, in my opinion, inverted rows. Yes, there are other exercises you can do with this, but those are my go-to exercises with a dip bar station because they are some of the best compound movements that you can do when using it. Dips are in the top, I think, 6 exercises that I have. Inverted rows are a great supplement to pull-ups. So if you can't do any pull-ups yet, start with inverted rows, build up the strength in a pulling motion with your body weight, and that can help you get to pull-ups later on. So I do like the dip bar station for that reason, and that is why it comes in at the number 4 spot on the list. Alright, and this will end my list for everything I think is essential for getting in the best shape of your life from home, and that is the pull-up bar. As of shooting this video, I do have a doorway pull-up bar, and it is the Perfect Fitness multi-gym doorway pull-up bar Pro Edition. I'll leave a review in the description if you'd like to check out this exact doorway pull-up bar. Now, this piece of equipment is used for pull-ups, hitting your back and bicep muscles. However, I put it at the end of this list because it is one of the hardest exercises and movement patterns to learn for someone who is just starting out or has never lifted before. That is why I like to have dips for my inverted rows for those just starting out, as that is an easier form of doing a back exercise, and it also helps set you up to being able to do something like a pull-up. You may need some assistance like assistance bands for the pull-ups, or even a chair to just do some negatives before you can really do some pull-ups, but along with dips and then doing some negatives and stuff like that, you will be able to get to pull-ups over time, as long as you are consistent in your training and putting them in to get good at them in the long run. And that is it for everything I think is essential that you must buy. So it is 5 total items, but I have a few other kind of bonuses if you'd like that I'm going to jump into now. Now the first bonus I have is a jump rope. Now I'm not going to be jump roping in this office. I actually go outside in my yard and do it. I use the cross rope jump ropes at this time. Again, link in the description to a review I did, but you can use the cross ropes to get a more fun cardio-based exercise in. Just don't overdo it, as it can, again, affect your regular training if you are jumping too much and getting too sore from it. And my last bonus is my favorite form of cardio, and that is biking. I have nothing special here. This bike is decent. Like, don't get me wrong, it's a decent bike, but it's not one that's at like $1,000. I think it's around $200. My wife did purchase for me back in Laguna Hills when I lived there. I now live in Austin, Texas, but it still works. It's been a couple years with it, and I still like it and use it all the time. Some of the brakes might need fixing, but anyway, biking is still one of my favorite forms of cardio, as it's kind of relaxing. I can change the intensity as I like to, and I can travel a good distance and see some cool things along the way. And to round it out, I hate running, and biking is a lot more fun. Alright, and that is it for this video on what I would do if I kind of lost all my equipment and had to buy it again from scratch, and the order I would buy them in. If you did like this video and the insight into what I think would be the best order for you to buy all your equipment, please like and subscribe to this channel for more videos just like this one. Also, please head over to GamerBody.com. There you can check out my current training program, all the equipment I am using, and I do swap them out as I change things, any resources that I regularly use to learn and get better at my training, and anything else that I have that I think can benefit you on your journey to getting bigger, stronger, and more confident from the comfort of home. And that is it for this video. So again, please like and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video. Be fit and game on.